declarations at the same time as they make those declarations in their local area, add them all up, and at the end we have a national declaration.
So is it likely that people will have been able to work out before you actually make it definitive?
It's possible, and I think if it's very close it may be less likely, but if there's a margin between the two sides, then that's probably more likely.
Should make it clear that there's another lady who's in charge of the Edinburgh count.
Yes, there is. Yes, yeah. Sue Bruce is the Deputy Chief Counting Officer as well, but her main job tonight is to run the count that we see here.
Okay, now there's 40 minutes, I think, for people to get to the polling places across the country. More than 5,000 of them, in fact, isn't it, overall?
Yes.
If you're there and you haven't voted at 10 o'clock, what happens?
If you're in a queue or you're inside the polling place, then you will be able to vote, even though you don't actually have your ballot paper at 10 o'clock. But if you turn up after 10 o'clock, you won't be able to vote.
So you're basically marked the end of the queue, effectively.
Absolutely, that's
now,
exactly right.
I'm also reading that you're being pretty generous in what is going to be a valid vote.
Well, we're trying to apply the law, and case law. It's for each counting officer to look at the papers and to determine if the voter's intention is clear.
So if you do a smiley face in the one you like, that would count.
That might well count, yes, but we're not encouraging people to do anything other than put a cross in the box next to the answer they choose.
And the only thing you shouldn't do is put something in both boxes.
That's definitely not a good idea, because that could be voting for both options, or it could be void for uncertainty.
Now give us your best guess as to when you think you'll be putting us out of our misery.
My best guess is breakfast time, I'm afraid. That's not terribly helpful to you, I'm sure, but that's what I've been saying, and that seems to be still on track.
Are we talking about a shift worker's breakfast or a lady of leisure's breakfast?
A normal working person's breakfast.
so somewhere sort of between 6 and 8,
Between 6 and 8, between 6 and 9, yeah, those would be the sorts of times we're thinking about.
And what about your special techniques for staying awake overnight?
I think we'd just be so busy, I wouldn't have time to think about how tired I am until tomorrow, probably.
Mary Piketty, we will look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible, please.
Absolutely.